guys, welcome back to another edition of the weekly roundup right here on Beyond the Ranch. I'm Mike.
And I'm Erin.
And this is Our Wyoming Life, or another portion of it anyways. I hope everybody's doing well. Christmas is just what?
10 days away.
10 days away for Christmas, which is utterly horrifying. I haven't wrapped a single gift yet.
You never wrap a gift.
Okay. I didn't say this year. I meant in the last 10 years I haven't. I probably wrapped a gift in the last 10 years.
Well, the jackalope is missing his glasses. Do the kids take them?
I don't know, but are they late? They're over there. Look behind.
No,
they're over there by the wall.
Floor.
They're way over there. But yeah, we have the baby kittens up here somewhere, and she was playing with the jackalope. Probably knocked his glasses off.
They were kissing.
They were making out a little bit. How is everybody this evening? Thanks for coming and hanging out with us. Scott Brum, Tyler Stetson, who wants to send us a load of hay, I heard. Let's see, Deborah Christensen here with us, Patricia Amato, of course, James Faulkner, J.B. Weld, Rhonda Carey, and the usual gang of miscontents and delinquents, our moderators, Big and Rush, Matt Fensel, William Dunn is here as well. I think I don't know, did I see Bill the Tractor Guy somewhere here?
I didn't, yeah, but I might have missed
thank
it.
you guys for coming and hanging out with us. We have a decent show on the way for you.
Decent. Mediocre.
Mediocre. We're middle of the road today. Armchair Rancher is going to be stopping by. He's been gone for a while, so he's going to be giving a quick rundown of what he's missed over the last few weeks. We also have one hell of a mail call.
Oh my gosh, so much stuff.
You can tell it's Christmas around the ranch, and we're going to actually, our last live stream of the year will take place next Sunday. So if you have something you're trying to get into mail call, get it on the way now, or Monday, I guess, would be a better time to do it. And you can get your stuff into mail call for next week. So I'm sure we're going to have another one. So we have that coming up as well. We're also going to take a look at some interesting things that we have coming up, including a webinar that I'm going to be a part of that's put on through the state of Wyoming and the SBDC. What is it?
Small Business Development Corporation.
The ABCD is going to be, I never get it right. Horrible. I'm a bad person. I'm going to have to write it down and put it in front of me because I'm going to have to say it.
Grab the cat.
Oh, yeah, here's your cat. This is the newest member of our household.
This is baby kitty. Her name's Poppy. Oh, look, Susan's here, and you insult her.
Oh, dang it. I didn't think she was going to be here. We were actually down at their house today, and I said something about having to come back for the live stream or get some stuff ready for the live stream, and she's like, oh, that's tonight? And I was like, yep. So.
Can you guys hear her purr?
Probably. That's probably all they can hear. Yeah, this is the cat
Kitty.
that was found in the barn and nursed back to health, and now is
she's doing great.
Part of the family, I guess. We did look for a home for a while, but
kinda. Susan wouldn't take her.
No, we tried.
Not the keyboard.
We tried. Yeah, the Impossible Burger there, Mike Wilder, made the local news.
Well, the Casper news.
Well, it's kind of been traveling around the state here, because you saw it from.
I saw it in Cheyenne News.
Yeah, it's been moving its way around. I was actually walking through the post office the other day, getting some of this mail call stuff, and somebody walked by me in the post office and said, "Hey, you've been just walking by," and said, "Been to Burger King lately?" And then just kept on walking, and didn't even give me a chance really to respond. So. That's how it works. J.B. Weld's back in the house, and he's saying, "Spay the cat."
We will.
No doubt. Yeah.
We will.
She's going to lose that ability pretty darn quick. So, where was I?
Our house cats are spayed and neutered and vaccinated. We just can't keep up with the barn cat population.
Keep up with the barn cat. We don't have any mice.
That is your job before spring, though, is to get everybody caught and into the spay and neuter clinic before baby season. Before baby season?
Yeah. I don't know if there is a baby season for cats.
Oh, she's naughty.
You wanted to have the kitten up here for this. If we all of a sudden go off the air, that's why. The baby cat probably unplugged something.
I tried to come up the stairs, and she just ran up with me, and I had my hands full, so.
Yeah. Michael McDonald there, the sponsorship for BK kind of went away. If there was one, there's not one any longer. I'll say that. I should have tried to procure one before I did the video, and then I could have just said I'm not going to do the video now. But like a little ransom, wouldn't have worked. They don't care.
I mean, it's had like 45,000 views. Burger King doesn't care.
They don't care. There's still people buying it. All right. So where do we start today?
What do you want to start with?
Let's start with a few questions. We'll answer a few questions, guys, and then we'll get into the meat and the potatoes of the whole thing. We have, I've been getting quite a few questions on the chicken house door. Up until this point, I am going to do a video here coming up. Probably we're going to take a look at it and do a little quick update on it.
It's working.
But it's working. Yeah, and the ducks and geese have figured out how to get through it. I was kind of worried about, as we get these thaws and freezes and stuff like that, that water would get in there and then freeze it down. So it's been working. Every morning I go over and check it. Every night I go over and check it, and it's opening and closing and doing its thing, and the ducks and geese are going in. So
we're doing good.
They're doing great. They're doing great.
That's exciting.
Bengalator asked, are you comfortable now with the cows you have left and your food supply? Well, I mean, our food supply. Our food supply is pretty safe.
Cow food supply. We need a little bit.
Yeah. So we're, I ended up keeping back 113 pregnant cows. There's actually 115 out there, 114 cows, including blonde cow, and then Cracker Jacks out there as well. So that's 115 cows that are out there. We are still a little bit short on hay. We'll probably end up having to buy some hay at some point, but we have enough hay to get us through probably in, pretty close to spring.
The hard thing is we don't have like a buffer zone of like, if we have a really winter, really wet spring, that we always end up spooling more hay. So we'll see. Yeah, I mean, until we sell calves, though, we're good.
Yeah.
I mean, we're good.
The bad part is that we have calves now, so those calves are eating, and they eat like pigs. So those calves are eating what would technically be the cat.
You've taught her how to do that.
Which they'll be eating. Don't moon the whole world. The calves are technically eating what is the cow's winter food supply, so there's that issue as well. But it's something that we're going to actually come back and revisit. 113 is the final number now. I'm hoping to keep it there. I mean, I had one guy jump down my throat about keeping blonde cow, and how unrealistic it was. And I said, dude, we got rid of 38 cows. I had to make some tough decisions. Keeping blonde cow was almost like the one that kept me sane. Right? Like, you just kind of, you're chopping, and you're like, okay, you're safe, because that makes me feel good. So, and she's happy to be out here, and blonde cow is what blonde cow is, and she's a giant freeloader. So, but she's good at it. So, hopefully next year hay looks better. We'll have less calves this year, so that will affect the bottom line of the ranch, but it's just one of those things. Ranching is up and down, that's for sure. So
1 year at a time.
Yeah, exactly.
And if we're gonna get hay, we'll probably need to get it before like April. If we do end up getting a couple loads of hay, because it just seems to go up in price.
Support blonde cow. Thank you, JB. Well, there was also a $20 super chat back here from Steve, the Long Ash Cowboy. How long and how much does cat prick?
We have a discount spay and neuter clinic that you can bring in your feral barn cats, and they you just bring them in your box traps, and they'll gas them and spay and neuter them, and it's like less than $50 or something.
But he was asking about preg checking.
Well, I don't know how to preg check.
We have a little tiny chute for them, and they go in there and get caught in the head chute.
You know how I usually tell? They get fat around the middle.
That could just be anybody. I mean, I could be pregnant half the time, so who knows?
See, everyone likes blonde cow.
All the non-pregnant cows are going. They're all leaving the ranch. So
there's a few still here.
I've got
working on getting rid of them all.
Yeah, we're kind of slowly getting them out of here, because we can only haul in our stock trailers about 6 cows in each trailer. So we're slowly moving them out as we go, and then you get paychecks as they come back. So, or they don't come back, but the paychecks do. So
she's just really sweet and just loves us a lot.
Bob Toring, you may be pregnant. Yeah, see, Erin would accuse you of that. So, see, lots of people. Now everybody's pregnant. Oh my gosh, it's a horrible, horrible place.
We should have brought her a toy.
We should have done something. Just Jessica 20K there just asked, how's the cat doing with the Christmas tree?
Well, the tree's not up yet.
Erin refuses to put up the Christmas tree because of this one. So I think the Christmas tree is it's going to go up on Wednesday.
I said like when, I don't know, sometime this week we'll put the tree up. So
Yeah.
she's going to be a nightmare.
Yeah, it's going to be horrible. She actually, at night, you still can't leave her out. She's just too much of a terrorist. So she gets locked in the bathroom at night, and she stays in there, and she's actually relatively okay with it.
Yeah, I mean, she's got a bed, and she's got some stuffed animals, and her food.
She's a giant
litter
klutz.
box. Well, she's just a baby.
You know, I heard a rumor that the internet does love cats.
Yeah.
So, I mean, this could be our breakout moment, right?
Yeah. We've made it now.
Silly cats.
She's sweet.
Oh, fat, yeah, they could be fat around the middle from the Impossible Burger. That very well could be. If you can finish it, more power to you. And I don't really have a problem with people that like the Impossible Burger. I don't know why, but it became like this whole, that not only do I hate the burger, but I also hate people who like it. You can't drink that, cat. No, you'll be all kinds of loopy. If you like the Impossible Burger, more power to you, because somebody's got to eat it. I mean, there's tons of them that are made, so if somebody eats it, that'll be good.
Okay, go play. Go play.
All right.
That's your toy. Right through.
Does she play the piano? Does she? Has she ever walked across the piano downstairs?
No, but Mackenzie, the girls are starting lessons after the first of the year, and Mackenzie was out one morning playing the piano, and where she's playing her little song and singing the words and stuff. And all of a sudden we hear like a crash on the piano, like Cheddar jumped up on the one end of it,
yeah.
and yeah. Our other cats have always been bad with the Christmas tree. Cheddar sits at the bottom and bats at it. Lexi pushes by it so she can see out the window. Lexi's the dog. Lucy climbs up in it. We've always had bad cats in Christmas tree, so
yeah.
I'm not looking forward to it. So.
Let's see, Dan Wickersham. That's you talking about my boots. Yeah, the Ariad Hybrid Rancher. You can actually go back a couple of videos, and we've got a 10% discount that you can get on these
before Thanksgiving.
Boots.
I mean, it's been a while. It was before Thanksgiving.
Yeah, it's been a while, but it's still there. And yes, Kat.
It doesn't go away. What is our discount? You have a link.
Yeah, there's a link. You can get 10% off. But
we just need a code.
No.
Okay.
They have a link, but. The boots that I have are actually the waterproof version of those, and I'm very surprised they're still waterproof. Mm-hmm. I usually get waterproof boots, and they're waterproof for a few weeks or that kind of thing. These are still waterproof boots. Not a huge fan of the treads on them. They do have a really deep tread, and they just catch a lot of stuff. So you're constantly trying to smack your boot on the ground and that kind of stuff to get manure or frozen snow or whatever else out of there. But I'm more of a fan of a slick bottom boot. Speaking of Dan, since you're here, I'm actually going to be calling you right after the live stream, so make sure you're around.
Excuse me, Katie.
So, yeah, let's see. Marie Weber asked if you've used the Instapot for anything besides cooking those 2 eggs.
I asked you what I wanted for dinner today. Something in the Instapot.
I do. I want to use the Instapot. And she's like, nope.
We had frozen lasagna.
Yeah, frozen. Oh my gosh, this cat.
Prime rib or turkey for Christmas dinner, prime rib.
We're doing prime rib for Christmas dinner?
We always do.
Well, it depends. Your mom does crab thing, right?
That's on Christmas Eve.
Oh, that's on Christmas Eve. Okay.
We have tenderloins on Christmas Eve and crab sometimes. And then we do, did I say crabs or crab?
Crab.
Hi, baby. And then, prime rib on Christmas Day.
Gotcha. There you go. Now you got the menu. Mm-hmm. Just feel free to show up, because who knows who else will. So.
No one.
No one else is going to show up? You never know. Weirder stuff has happened. So yeah, the chicken house door is working just fine. And then crab's got to be pricey in Wyoming. It depends. Okay, this cat's driving me crazy.
Well, go put her out. Here, I'll go. I'll be back. Everyone say bye to baby kitty. Her name's Poppy. The baby kitty.
Okay. You going to be gone long?
Oh, no, I'm just going to put her downstairs. I'll be right back.
So the other thing that we wanted to talk about was the webinar that we're doing in January. That should be a lot of fun. We're actually going to sit down with Susan, who is our neighbor Gary's wife, and so we're going to have to start a new hashtag that everybody needs a Susan too. And we're going to sit down. We're going to talk about, basically, we're going to talk about you guys. It's kind of an interesting spin on things, but the Small Business Development
Corporation.
No, it's not a corporation.
Something C.
See, you're just as bad as I am.
Where's that folder she gave you?
Yeah, it's downstairs. We're basically going to take a look at how small businesses can learn center. There you go. That
Thanks,
they can take
Susan.
what we did on YouTube, and that's basically exactly what you guys became, was a community, right? So it doesn't matter what kind of business you have, you can build yourself up a community of people that support you and are there for you, and that's kind of what the whole webinar is going to be about, and how to do that. So, not that we kind of dumbed into it, but if you go back and analyze it, in hindsight, we can kind of figure out what we did right and what we did wrong, and we can pass that on to other people. That's really what. As we move forward into the next year, this will be year 3 of Our Wyoming Life, and the next year, every year we kind of have this part, that was something we want to concentrate on throughout the year, right? Maybe? Are you listening to me?
Yeah, no, I mean, you act like we know what we're doing and stuff.
Yeah. So, like this year, we really did, we diversified what we were doing on YouTube. We started a new channel, the Beyond the Ranch channel, that kind of stuff. And like next year, what I would really like to concentrate on is being able to give what we learn to other people, right? Mm-hmm. So just like what we're talking about now with the, so you want to be a rancher, how to be a rancher video series, that's very much about like taking what we learned over the last 10, 11, 12 years and being able to pass that on to other people. And I think even just the webinar that we're doing, we'll be doing the same thing. So that's kind of what we're going to concentrate on in 2020 is being able to help other people succeed and live their dream, whatever that may be. So we're going to do that in a bunch of different ways. We have a lot of exciting stuff coming up, so can't tell you about any of it yet, but I can tell you about some of it. We're going to be doing a webinar on January 9th. Be sure to go to Facebook. You can find it on our Facebook page. Click on it. There is a $15 fee. That cover, well, I don't know what that covers really, but it doesn't go to me. It goes to the SBDC, and
it helps them put on the webinar.
Right, it helps them do that. It helps them, be able to help out small businesses and stuff like that throughout Wyoming. What my goal is to be able to bring people from all over the world to this, and help Susan out. My whole goal here is to turn Susan into a superstar. I want people to be like,
Susan organized the best webinar ever.
Yeah, that was awesome. How did you get that many people to show up? And she'll be like, I told Mike to go online and beg people to come and pay $15 to come and hang out with us. But it is going to be a lot of fun. Now, if there's 5 people there, then it's going to be a smaller gathering, and we're going to know each other very, very well by the end of it. But I hope that the more people that are there, we can spread the word and be able to do that. So you can go to our Facebook page, you can sign up for it. If somebody doesn't mind, one of our moderators can grab the link for that, or maybe Susan might have it, and throw the link up, and then you can go right from here, go sign up for the webinar. It's $15, and you can sign up there. William Fitzner just said, Mike, check your microphone. Is my microphone not working?
What does that mean even? You guys got to be more specific.
Check your microphone. It seems to be working. So there you go. That's my spiel on the.
It'll. I'm not part of it, but
you could be. You could come be part of it.
No, but it's okay.
No.
No.
I think we might do it right here.
Well, that's fine.
That would be fun.
You and Susan can sit on the couch.
Why not?
Yeah.
It'll be a lot of fun. So we got that coming up.
Yeah, it's exciting.
Yeah, I think it will be. I think it's going to be a lot of fun and help people out.
It was funny when you posted it on Facebook, like there was people that were like, congratulations, and one person was like, superstar. I was like, Susan's our neighbor.
Yeah.
I mean, like, thank you, Susan, for inviting us, or inviting you, but
You think it was a lack of options? Is that what you're saying?
No, I don't.
She didn't have anybody else. She's like, oh my gosh, I'm running down.
No. I think Susan, Gary and Susan have been great supporters from the very beginning. And I think Susan, like we've talked about it, like she's like, it's interesting, and you know, how do we share that with other people, and not just like making cow videos, but like there's a lot behind the scenes and stuff.
Well, there's not a lot of thought that went into this. Susan brought up to me when we took the kids there trick or treating on Halloween Day, and Susan just said, "Hey, do you want to do a webinar?" And okay. Yeah, sure, sounds great. So I think it'll be a lot of fun. I'm not sure what time it is. Once if somebody puts the link up, you can find out what time it is. Also, you can watch it though.
Time? Like,
no.
Aren't you live, or is it pre? It's live.
It's live.
Jeez,
but
man.
it's also recorded. So if you do miss it, you can go back and watch it. You still pay the same amount, but you can get access to the recorded deal. So it'll be worth it. Trust me, guys. And if you have a small business, or even if you're thinking about starting a YouTube channel, whatever you might be doing, we're going to be sharing some secrets and stuff that worked for us in order to build our business and make connections to people that truly matter. So it's not just
I think
it's not like a convenience store where people are in and out and you never see them again. I mean, we want to make lasting connections with our customers, and it's very important.
And that can be applied to any a service-based business, a retail business. Making the connection with a customer and turning them into a loyal supporter of you. That's what we've done to all of you guys.
Without you even knowing it. All right.
I will say, if you are in the Gillette area and you are wanting to shop at the farm store, you better do that before Friday, because we are going to be closed the rest of December and the whole month of January.
Yeah, Erin's really taking some time off. So
I'm working. Not a lot of time off. Even on we were just talking today about your little video break, and how there's not much of a break.
So I had to laugh because even before we went live here, I said, "Hey, should we do this or just kind of take a night off?" And somebody said, "Hey, you've got a break coming up."
Well,
not really, because we're not going to be making videos during that time. But I tell you what, we've got a lot of stuff going on that's behind the scenes stuff that hopefully when we do come back, it'll be a whole new, a new energized.
But also just like, hey, we're like cleaning out our basement and stuff.
Well, sure, glamorize that. I mean, we're going to be shoveling crap out of the basement too. So.
But a lot of business stuff. You have a lot of meetings planned, a lot of conference calls. And you and I are redoing a bunch. Like Patreon's getting a makeover, and a new style of videos is potentially going to happen after we come back. I mean, some tweaks, or nothing major, but trying to keep things from being like stagnant.
Right. Yeah. I mean, you never want to do the same thing over and over again, obviously. So you definitely want to shake things up every once in a while and do different things and keep people on their toes and make sure that Zach Hewitt's awake. And that's what we try to do. Is we just smack you upside the head every once in a while so you paid attention.
And a ton of Ranch Roundup stuff is going to get done too.
Oh yeah, tons of Ranch
Roundup
stuff.
So much planning stuff.
So if you're planning on that, tickets for the Ranch Roundup go on sale April 1st, and hopefully on April 1st. And it won't be an April Fool's Day thing, but and then the Ranch Roundup takes place in June 26th, 27th, and 28th, and we'll actually be celebrating our anniversary on the 28th as well. So that'll be, you guys are all invited for a great big party there. So.
And Lincoln's birthday is the week of. It's just a couple days before Ranch Roundup, so we'll squeeze that one in too.
So we're going to have all kinds of fun.
So Matt, can you plan a birthday party for Lincoln?
Exactly. All righty, guys. He's been waiting in the wings long enough, and has been absent here for a little while. And I'm not really sure why. We're gonna hopefully he'll let us in on what he's been doing and where he's been. It's the Armchair Rancher.
Wrenching from his keyboard, he doesn't even have to move. He's the armchair rancher, and he already knows more than you.
Whoa, boy. Whoa. Hey, gang, it's me, the Armchair Rancher, doing my ranching from right here behind keyboard and monitor. I've been out of commission here for a little while. My mom got me this brand new game for my computer. It's called Red Dead Redemption. And that's where I get to be a real cowboy and do some real ranching, just the way I like it. Because I've had so many responsibilities on my own ranch, I've been slacking a little bit on the ranching responsibilities in real life. And that's making sure that Mike and Erin keep everything on the up and up and running as smoothly as possible on Our Wyoming Life. Since the last time I checked in on my channel Beyond the Ranch, Mike and Erin have prey-checked their cows with the help of the guys at Aeroquip. Now, real life alert, no one has a pit crew in their corrals. Quit trying to turn ranching into NASCAR. We found out that Blonde Cow wasn't pregnant, and Mike went all soft and gushy and let her stay on the ranch rent-free. Trust me, my mom says I'm an expert on freeloading, and I can see it in her eyes. She's just looking for a sugar daddy to keep her in cake. Mike also took us through the world of record keeping on the ranch, which is just dumb. You don't need computers. You can keep all that stuff on Post-it notes. Or better yet, write it on the cow's ear tag. Erin took us shopping, but really all I need to know is how Mike got lucky enough to land her, and does she have a sister? Now, with the new series, How to Be a Rancher, which was my idea, by the way, and I should be hosting it. After all, who knows more about how to be a rancher than me? I've played every Farmville and Farming Simulator game ever made. And even Red Dead Redemption. I'm rocking it. The foreclosure pending sign? Yeah, that's funny. And the Impossible Burger? Well, that just sounds like an April Fool's joke. Wait, I think it was. Well, maybe we've all been had. Then, for some reason, they got on a chicken kick, and Mike made a new door for the chicken house. I don't know why he did it, because you can just train chickens to close the door behind them. And then Erin insisted on showing us how to peel an egg, when everybody knows the best way is to have your mom do it. Whew, it's not easy. Not easy keeping up and keeping these guys in line. I've missed a bunch, but that's okay. I've been working, and I only have 3 more levels to bond with my horse, and then I'll be a master horseman. But we all knew that's what I already was. But I have to prove it every chance I get, because I'm the Armchair Rancher.
Armchair Rancher, and he already knows more than you.
The Armchair Rancher, he's been glued to a video game for
Typical.
God knows how long. But yeah, I mean, the kid's not wrong in some aspects. I'll give him that. I'll give him that. I mean, chickens should be able to close the door behind them. I mean,
Right.
were they born in a barn? No, they were born in a chicken coop. But
A brooder.
or a brooder, yeah. I mean, why not? If we could train a chicken to close the door, I'd be happy with that. But
Next time I make some boiled eggs, I'll just take them to my mom.
take them to your mom and be like, "Here you go, Mom. Have fun with that." Oh, dang kids nowadays. Anyway.
Do you think he's played Stardew Valley?
I have no idea. I know that, actually, I think Kenzie has played that. Isn't that like a little kid? I think there's one that Kenzie plays that's it's a horse game of some sort online or something. I was actually seeing that, so I don't know. I have no idea. No idea. So, all right. The other thing that we have to do tonight, and that is hit mail call.
Yeah.
It's we're 10 days away from Christmas, and the boxes have just been coming in like crazy,
Yeah.
and some very interesting stuff, and some stuff that just blows me away at times. So we're going to take a look at mail call. Maybe.
Press the button, man.
Everybody's a director. Press the button.
Yeah, man.
Do it faster. Make it happen.
Take the eggs to your mom.
So mail call is basically a chance for us to get in touch with you. You can send stuff to us. You can do that at Our Wyoming Life at P.O. Box 667, Gillette, Wyoming 82717. We get a lot of stuff in, so not everything makes it to mail call, but we try to randomly pick some stuff. Sometimes we pick the best stuff. Sometimes it's not so random. But we do, well, sometimes it is. Sometimes there's stuff that comes in mail call, and Erin's like, we are not showing this on the air. There has
Yeah.
been some things that are
Yeah.
like,
No.
no, they will just be going somewhere else.
It needs to be
wherever
rated
they-
G.
Yeah, exactly, some stuff. Interesting. So this one from Mr. Mike McDonald. This one actually surprised me. We get mail in, and you know it's like Christmas every time you go to the post office, and not only for us but for the people that work at the post office too. I think we get you know, they're like, what's in the box? We had that box or that package that came from Mike Rowe, and the guy at the post office brought it to me, handed it to me. He said, "This is from Mike Rowe. You need to open this." And I was like, "No, I'm going to save it." And you know, but interesting to see what happens. So this one from old McDonald, Mike McDonald, and a very big surprise for us. It's actually filled with camera equipment. This is one of those things that really did actually blow me away. That
we got a lot. You got to move through this.
My gosh! All right. It came with a letter, but apparently I don't have time to read it. But I'm going to read the first paragraph. And your name's first, Erin and Mike.
Yeah.
So somebody's got it right. Please accept this gift as my way of saying thank you to the both of you. I received these items a couple of years ago. Never used any of the equipment. Wanted to have it in the hopes that you can put them to use.
And Mike's actually here tonight.
I know he is. That's why I was making sure that I said his name about 18 times. He sent us basically a bunch of GoPro stuff, including a GoPro Hero camera. Which the kids have been having a blast with. They've been running around. They've been taking video with it. But one thing is that you never have enough cameras. For a perfect example is if you watched earlier in the week, I posted that time-lapse have breakfast with the cows video, and you know that took a camera. So I had to go set that camera up and let it run for hours, and you know I was short a camera during that time. So this is actually a huge help. So thank you very much, Mike. Also comes with a bunch of harnesses. This is the Chesty.
You can put
harness.
that on Bambi.
I don't think this would fit on Bambi.
We'll need some extra
we are working on
cords.
a harness for a GoPro for Bambi. So lots of cool stuff in here. Thank you, Mike, very much.
Yes, thank you.
That's one of those things that is going to be used a lot.
Often,
so
yeah. Thank you. It's very generous of you, and Mike really appreciates it.
Well, you appreciate it too, because the happier I am, the happier you are.
I mean, yeah, now you don't have to be like, I need another camera.
Yeah, every time I'm like, I'm short a camera, and Erin's like, shut up.
Cameras and tripods and SD cards.
Yeah,
and batteries.
Exactly.
You carry batteries around in your pocket like
I
a
do.
weirdo.
I carry batteries all the time. So thank you very much, Mike. We do appreciate it.
Yes. Thank you.
Another friend of ours of the channel that's been around for a long time is Dave Fitting from Hudson, New York. You may have seen him on Facebook. He's pretty busy on Facebook, and Dave has been around for years on the channel. And every year at Christmas, he always sends something for the kids, and he always remembers. And I don't know if we ever mentioned it in a video or how this came about, but Erin collects.
I made a Christmas
snowmen.
Decorating video last year.
And you must have mentioned it in that video that you collect snowmen. So Dave has just tons of antiques around his house, apparently, and this is an antique.
I mean, we're assuming it didn't come with a note or anything.
No, but it's a light-up snowman, probably from the 70s, maybe, yeah. I'm guessing. I'm from the 70s, so maybe I'm an antique too, but we can't figure out, if you have one of these at home, what's supposed to go in his little hand here?
My kids are like, what's he supposed to hold? Hot chocolate. I think a candle.
Well, why would you have a light-up candle holder? That's ridiculous.
When it looks like he's smoking, too.
That's like redundant.
I don't know what's
supposed to go in there. Somebody has to have had one of these when they were a kid. I'm going to get it closer to the camera so you can see it. Somebody has to have had one of these when they were a kid, or they still have one. Maybe one's at Grandma and Grandpa's house. Cannot figure out what goes in this little hole of his hand.
We haven't really worked too hard at it either. I mean,
why would I work? I have all these people that are going to help me out with this problem. Somebody's going to know what it is.
A broomstick.
Yeah.
A broomstick goes in there.
Really?
I don't know. It doesn't go all the way through.
Did somebody say a broomstick?
Yeah, someone said.
Oh, well, maybe a candy cane, maybe a colored light. It does light up, so I don't know.
Yeah, it does light up.
Oh, the cat knocked over the box, so now I have to go get it.
Are you gonna make it?
No.
No, the light goes into the back, so the light plugs in back here.
Yeah. And you know it's old because it doesn't have a ground plug on it.
I was like, oh, it's not LED and there's no timer on it. And
there's no timer.
There's no,
it doesn't have Bluetooth, damn it. Why does it not have Bluetooth? Dave also sent light-up necklaces.
Oh, they're necklaces? I didn't realize.
Yeah, they're Christmas light necklaces, which I was actually thinking about stealing and putting on the gator.
Oh, the kids want these.
I know they do. I wish they wouldn't have seen them because I would have taken them for myself. But I was going to put them on the front grill of the gator. I was thinking, you know, I've got the wreath on the front of the gator, and if I had like battery-powered Christmas lights, then I would put them around the front of the gator, but now
Well, nope.
these would work.
Nope, sorry.
What?
The kids want them.
I know they do. So, and obviously they're for the kids because there is 3 of them. Thank you, Dave. And then we had somebody send us a package not too long ago that said stuffed animals make the best packing peanuts, especially when you're sending to people with kids. So we have a ton of these little stuffed animals that Dave used as packing peanuts.
Yeah, and
So.
it's funny, the kids, like, when they get mail calls, especially this time of the year, because there's always stuff for them, they, like, hover around it.
They
They're
do.
like,
They
is
know
this
it's
for me?
coming.
Is this for me? Is this for me?
Pencils for the kids.
I know, Grace already picked out. I like the silver sparkly kind because they're pretty.
Well, these all light up and make noise. Oh, they all sing. Let's see how annoying we can get the world here.
No, this one doesn't.
Okay.
Just that one does.
Oh, they all sing the same song. It'd be like a choir in here. All right. Thank you, Dave,
Thanks, Dave.
very much for that one. We also, I'm going to take this note here. Like I said, it's going to be a long mail call because there's lots of stuff going on here. You know what I love about people that send stuff to the kids? They're not sending like toys and stuff to the kids, right? It's not like, here, Mackenzie, have a hoverboard. You know, it's pencils and, you know, things like this that they, you know, that kids should have. So nobody sent cat toys, though. This one's from Verl Rose, Farmington, Utah. Enjoy cocoa as you take this time of year to spend with your family. Looking forward to more videos next year. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Now, Verl doesn't mess around. And when he sends cocoa to somebody, this guy either owns stock.
Quinn says a Christmas tree goes in the snowman's hand.
Oh, there we go. Yeah, that may be right. You're probably right. I really have no idea. So can I pass this to you, or how do you want to do this?
Yeah, it's fine.
Okay. Everybody ignore the box from the United States Postal Service that we're not supposed to have. It says actually says on it for official use only.
Well, we're official. We officially have to mail stuff.
We officially get mail. So yeah.
We just got a bunch of Stevens. Is that how you say it? Stevens?
I'm guessing. Yeah.
Hot cocoa. But he didn't just send one of these. There is like every flavor that they ever made. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And there's 2 downstairs. So like 11 flavors.
There's 2 downstairs still?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We opened some and ate it. So like mint truffle, this is raspberry, peanut butter, dark chocolate. There's just tons. Cookies and cream. So a ton of different hot cocoa.
I'm trying to convince Aaron next week to do. He did send mini marshmallows. They're in here.
Yeah, there is. No, Grace opened that one. We already drank that.
That was downstairs. I'm trying to convince Aaron to do a hot chocolate week at the farm store where it's like just come in and have your hot chocolate.
Chicken dipping sauce, which is supposed to be like Chick-fil-A sauce, fry sauce. There was 2 coffee mugs. So we got more mugs.
Brownie mix.
So much stuff.
There's about 9 bazillion calories in here.
Literally, like all the hot chocolate that we need for the rest of our lives. So thank you very much.
Yep. Exactly.
Okay, you get it back.
I get this back.
It's heavy.
All right.
The box that came in, like there was like 1 layer of hot cocoa, and like we're like, oh, this is really neat, and then like move the packing peanuts, and we're like, oh my gosh, there's more.
There is more. We're going to be drinking hot chocolate forever. And then Rebecca Davis, who's usually here with us, I think Rebecca's still here,
earlier, yeah.
sent us a package as well, and a very cool note that went with it, some license plates. Each license plate is actually documented which vehicle it came off of, which is really cool. And I actually leave these notes. When you put notes on license plates that you send to me, I leave them on the back, and then I still put them on the wall. And I figured, in however many years, when somebody actually takes them down, they'll have something to read. I always get a kick out of that kind of stuff when I find it around the ranch. So
Yeah.
being able to dig that kind of stuff up.
Yeah,
So
no, I think it's great to have the notes still on it.
bunch of license plates here from Missouri. A family photograph, which is very cool.
That's neat, yeah.
And now, I don't know, is this crocheting or is this knitting?
Looks like crochet.
Okay.
But
so
I could be wrong.
She made hats for every single member of the family,
Yeah.
basically. And they're like beanie caps.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Super.
Oh my gosh, they're thick. Holy
Yeah,
smokes.
they're really nice.
Yeah, very cool. So this one's Grace's, and then we'll kind of roll through these here. Those ones are for you.
Yes.
So say Christmas.
Yeah, so there's a
Lincoln.
pink, a multicolor one, and a purple one, a blue one for Lincoln. And they're all really nice and really thick.
They are very thick. Mac did Lindsay.
Mackenzie's is purple.
Extras, I'm guessing.
Yeah. A purple one, a yellow one.
And I got a nice blue one
Yes.
for myself. Thank you very much, Rebecca. That is awesome. I know that a lot of time probably goes into these as well, so thank you very much for that. Is that it for mail call for today?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's it that we're going to do for mail call today. We will continue mail call next week. If you have something you'd like to see in the mail call, you can always send it to us. That's Our Wyoming Life, P.O. Box 667, Gillette, Wyoming 82717. Thank you very much, everybody. Like I said, a mail call, whenever I go to the post office, it just still floors me. It's like, I feel like a little kid, like every Christmas
Yeah,
morning
it's
when I
fun.
go to the post office and you open up the box and you see what's in there. Or sometimes the people at the post office will call us and say, come get your damn mail, you haven't been here in a few days.
I mean, it's always exciting to get packages. The line is horrible this time of the year, so it's also like it's great to get packages, but at the same time I'm like, how long's the line?
Yeah, we do have a relatively small post office
It's
box.
so small. Well, and our post office is really small too, and so it's busy this time of year.
It is really busy, but thank you very much,
thank you.
guys. All I get is bills. James, you want some hot cocoa? I'll hook you up with some of that.
Yeah, I mean, and we get plenty of those too.
Yeah, trust me, those come in. JB Weld with a $5 super chat. I told you it was going to happen. I asked Erin. Usually before every single live stream, we are somewhat organized, and we'll sit down before the live stream. We'll say, okay, what do we want to talk about tonight? And I said, do you want to talk about EPP? And Erin said, no, nobody's going to care about EPP tonight. And JB Weld asked, not to sidetrack you, but how is EPP during the holidays? And is your need higher in the wintertime? You did go down to a conference this last weekend, last week.
If you're new, Edible Prairie Project is the nonprofit that I started along with my friend Megan. We formed.
I had a little bit of something to do with it.
Yeah, you did.
You guys always get all the credit, man.
Well, we're listed as the founders and executive directors, so yeah.
I'm support staff.
So Edible Prairie Project is the nonprofit. If you're interested, you can look at our website, edibleprairieproject.org, or follow us on Facebook. But we are a nonprofit based around helping farmers and ranchers produce more local food and get more local food into the hands of everyone in our community, regardless of income level. So it's obviously, I think food access and food need becomes higher during the holiday season. We're not a food bank or anything, so like typically this is not, this is our first year in existence. But no, the programs that we do are all, since they're centered around local food, all happen during the summer. And so right now we're just really into, we're planning, fundraising, and working on figuring out what direction we're going to move in 2020. I mean, like, we know what we're doing, but we're growing programs. We are launching a new program, and so we're just working on all that stuff. So I was gone this weekend. I left Friday. I came back yesterday. I was gone one night. But there was a...
We didn't have a party, I swear. There was no party.
There was a meeting of fellow local food people, some government people, concerned citizens that met in Casper yesterday for the first statewide food coalition policy meeting. Wyoming is the only state that doesn't have a statewide food policy coalition council.
What is a food policy coalition council?
A statewide food policy would tell... They just set up different regulations. It can be a bunch of different things. It can be... there can be guidelines of how food banks operate, or how much local food has to be in food banks, how much local food has to be in school district lunch menus, all kinds of things. It can have issues related to all aspects of food, so from production until end product. So you can lump a bunch of different things underneath a food policy coalition. So yeah, I was at that. Got to meet with my good friends at Wyoming Food for Thought Project in Casper and hang out with them, and got to have a really great breakfast with a supporter, which was really nice. Got to introduce us to some senators in Casper that It's nice to meet you. And then Jenny Gordon, the First Lady of Wyoming, was there to talk about her childhood hunger initiative that she is launching. And I've met her a few times, and so it's always nice to get to visit with Mrs. Gordon. And we got a shout out Edible Prairie Project did from the First Lady. We were the only organization that did. So yeah, during her she had a Q&A session afterwards, and she mentioned us by name.
Sweet.
So that was nice. So yeah, things are good. We're just prepping and planning for 2020. Raising money.
I think that, honestly, when you think, I remember as a kid, like we had hard times as a kid, and it was harder around Christmas time, right? So I wonder if you could work in, and I'm just spitballing here, but if you could work in like some sort of, with ranchers and farmers, because obviously, like, you don't have the vegetables coming out of your ears this time of year, but, everybody needs meat, right? So I wonder if you could work together with farmers and ranchers to, be able to supply beef or, pork or whatever to families that want to have a decent meal. I think that'd be a good thing to
Yeah, I mean, it can obviously be something that we work into. A big part of our mission is that farmers and ranchers should not be always asked to donate to food bank systems, and so that there needs to be funding. And the Food Policy Coalition could support this mission, is that farmers and ranchers should be paid for their contributions to food banks, even if it's at a wholesale price or even if it's slightly lower than wholesale.
What if a farmer or rancher just wants a tax write-off?
Yeah, I mean, you can donate.
Right.
I mean, nothing's stopping anybody from donating to any food bank, but with Edible Prairie Project, we want to see producers be paid for their hard work, because food
it doesn't magically happen.
Food's not free, and so that's a big movement within like some food bank nonprofits or local food, and I'm not criticizing, but they just say food is free, and we don't agree with that, because we think it takes input, it takes money, it takes time, water, resources, and so it's more. Not that I just don't like the wording of food is free, because I believe that food has value, but everybody should have access to food. So in that sense, like, yes, if you're hungry and you don't have money, yes, food is free, but food does not magically appear. So farmers and ranchers should be paid for the work that they do and the food that they produce.
Yeah, I agree.
So. Yeah, sure. I mean, maybe we'll work on getting
that'd be interesting. I mean, we did have somebody, actually, I forgot to tell you about this. I got an email, and I really wish I would have printed it out right now, because I would give somebody some major credit. But somebody sent me an email and wanted to buy one of your meat packages from the farm store to just donate to Gillette family.
Oh.
And apparently they had found a family to donate it to, and they would like to buy a meat package from you, beef.
You told me nothing about this.
It happened this morning at like 4 o'clock this morning when I was like half asleep, and I get emails, and for some reason my phone was turned on, and I was up late editing, and Grace came in at 2 and 2:30 and wanted to just hang out. It's a long night, trust me. And also last night, I wish I would have put some pictures up, but last night was Gary Yerke's birthday party at his house as well. So our neighbor Gary, we got to go hang out and have a few drinks, and the kids got to watch The Grinch, and we tried to burn down the house with 70 candles. The kids did show up with a fire extinguisher, which was cute. And Grace came in, and that's one of the first things she told me when I told her that Gary was going to have 70 candles on his birthday cake. She said, you can just get the number 7 and the number 0, and you're good to go.
Kids are nothing but honest.
So yeah, we got out of there about 10 o'clock last night. I came home and edited, and then I was up half the night with Grace. And
it's weird. She just wouldn't sleep. She's our sleeper.
I know, right? So weird. We also got ourselves our Christmas presents. Speaking of mail call, we got our Christmas presents for each other, which is something that we both need and use almost on a daily basis, and that is a brand new dryer. That's right. A dryer.
I called my mom that day, and I was like, guess what I'm getting for Christmas? And she got all excited. She's like, what are you getting? A brand new dryer.
Yeah. On Friday, our dryer went kaput. And
Thursday.
Was it Thursday?
Yeah, it was Thursday.
Thursday or Friday. And we decided that we were going to spring for a dryer for each other's. So, which really, honestly, now this is kind of weird, but you have... it's so hard to shop for each other. Like, Erin has a hard time shopping for me. I have a hard time shopping for her. But when the dryer breaks, problem solved, man. It's just like the God shine down and say, you know what, I know you're having trouble here. Let me just kick that dryer to the curb, and now you know exactly what to get her. So.
super frustrating to have to buy a dryer this time of the year.
Yeah.
And like our dryer's not new. I mean, it was like 10 years old, but it just quit. And I mean, we could, it's kind of one of those things. Is like, do we fix it? It's going to cost like every time appliance repair comes to my house costs $300. Mm-hmm. You didn't throw it away, did you? I mean, we can fix it still, probably, maybe.
The what?
The dryer.
Yeah, but how much money do you sink back
I
into
don't
them?
know.
This is the problem.
If you
Does anybody
could do it
remember the
yourself.
days when you bought a dryer and it ran for 20 years? Like, I'm pretty sure when I was a kid, we had the same dryer. Probably lived in 30 different houses, but we had the same dryer in every single house, right?
Well, ours lasted 10.
Still, but I mean,
That's a long time.
I think they make stuff now to break.
Well, I agree with that.
Yeah. Or either that or there's just too much crap in it. Like the dryer, we went and looked at dryers, and
I think the heating element went out.
the dryer to replace our dryer was like $800 and some odd dollars. We ended up buying a $400 dryer, and it's a lot cheaper, and it doesn't have all the bells and whistles, but it still dries, right?
I know. So
That's all that matters.
It still spins. It just doesn't get hot. So yeah, it was funny. Like we have like a nice front load washer. It's an LG. Like to get like the similar like dryer was like $800 to $1,000. And I was just like, I don't want to spend that much money right now.
Yeah. So we got a very nice dryer that looks like, it almost looks exactly like the box it came in. It's square. It spins. The only bad thing is you can't hang out clothes this time of year around here. So even if you could, you probably wouldn't want to. But it solves a problem. And you buy presents that you can actually use, right? So if you're going to buy, it's nice to get jewelry and nice rings and that kind of stuff, at least for you. And like,
I mean, that's not what I want for Christmas.
no, of course not. If I was like, I'm going to buy you a vacuum, you'd probably smack me. We do need a new vacuum.
We just need a new hose.
Well, we need a new hose for the vacuum. But either way, it annoys me every time I have to use it. But like,
Just buy a new hose on Amazon.
and I have to fix it.
You have to find which vacuum it is and get the right hose, and you can fix it.
I could. I'm more of a fan of buying Christmas presents that you can actually use.
Oh, yeah, but not a dryer.
No.
That's just lame.
Get her a Home Depot gift card. Here you go. I don't know.
So disappointing. I mean, I'm glad that we hadn't bought each other presents yet, and so like we had the money to buy a new dryer, but lame. Why couldn't have waited till January? Well, sorry, Kenzie, no birthday present for you.
Yeah, exactly. And it could be something. If it is just an element, we can probably fix it somewhere down the line, or
Yeah, you can sell it on Facebook.
and sell it on Facebook. Yeah. Exactly.
Yeah. Well, I think we'll probably. Yeah, I think maybe we'll fix it. Stash it away.
So one of the things that I really like about doing live streams is that it is very much interactive, and one of the things that I was kind of interested in seeing what people are doing for Christmas.
Buying dryers.
Not buying dryers, hopefully, but if there's anybody that's got that's doing something pretty cool for Christmas, feel free to throw it up, because I think that we get into the mode where we're very much homebodies, so we've never
working.
we've never went anywhere for Christmas, right?
You have to feed the cows.
Somebody has to feed the cows.
We have to feed the cows, and like Gary helps feed the cows, like when we do leave and stuff. But like, I wouldn't ask anybody to come do it like at Christmas time. Mm-hmm. So.
Yeah, it's what do you do? I mean, we have friends of ours that travel on holidays and stuff like that. But I mean, it is a family affair. So I mean, I'd much rather stay with family and not go travel the world. But maybe that wouldn't be bad either. But
Not at Christmas.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do that later.
do that later on in life.
Next month.
Exactly, next month. Thank you to whoever just placed an order.
Yeah.
Heard that come through.
I mean, if you have animals, it does keep you home.
Yeah. That's one of the we even talked about it in the How to Be a Rancher series in the first one. Like, you're not going to be able to go, gallivant across the world. Even your friends, they call and say, "Hey, we're going to Vegas for the weekend." Yeah, you're not going to Vegas for the weekend.
Gary, we want to go to Vegas for the weekend.
Yeah, Gary would be like, no.
We were actually talking about it last night with Gary. It's like, can you just go out and drop a bunch of bales and be like, I'll leave the water on a trickle.
Yeah.
See you in 4 days, guys.
You'll be fine. You'll be fine. The printer's just loud, long ass.
Yeah, it's just on the other end.
It's actually on the other end, but we hear the printer automatically prints when somebody orders something. So it works out really well. So anyway, what do you have?
So what were you going to get me for Christmas?
I can't tell you that because I'm going to save it for next year.
They say I don't need it that much.
Well, it wasn't an essential item like a dryer or a vacuum or a Instapot.
That was a deduction.
Because you used it once.
A YouTube video. We did clean the lint filter, Sky King.
Yeah, still. Yeah, but you do have to clean it. Trust me, it was interesting.
Yeah, and I think I thought about it, and even when I was talking to my mom, she's like, "Well, it could just be the element," and I was like, "Yeah, Mike might be able to fix it," and there's probably a YouTube video about it and stuff. But it was also like, we have 5 kids, like you cannot be without a dryer for very many days, so it's just like we're just gonna get a new one. We'll figure out the other one later. I need to be able to dry clothes. Like we did have clothes in the washer. Like luckily, my mom is right here, so we took clothes to my mom's house to dry. So
it's a lot of fun.
I mean, not something you want to do. We could have obviously just been cheap and not gotten a dryer, but just taking them. We had just taken them to my mom's house.
Well, technically, there is a dryer across the road too.
Yeah, we talked about stealing that one too.
It's got a big old.
But then the next time somebody stayed over there, then we'd have to get a dryer. Although then there's no washer over there because Tammy broke the washer.
Yeah, the washer's smoking. Is it supposed to do that?
No, the other dryer caught on fire, and the pump went out in the washer. We've just had really bad luck lately with washers and dryers.
I know, right?
2 of them were Tammy's fault though.
Yeah. JB Weld, I'm sure glad that you're back this week, man. Now, of course, we do give you a kickback on all your super chats, but Merry Christmas, Owl. Peace and blessings to you and your family. You guys are an inspiration to many. Keep up the good work. I feel like I'm patting myself on the back when I read these. Enjoy the well-deserved vacation. JB Weld, by the way, obviously a huge supporter of the channel. He's been with us for a long time and actually had a chance to stop by the ranch here and got a chance to meet him. A great guy, and we do appreciate it. Thank you very much, sir. We do appreciate it. Do you have any plans for next week's live stream? Something exciting that we can do since it's the last one of the year? On Tuesday, on Christmas Eve, we have our 2019 recap. Or what do we rewind? No, it can't be a rewind. That's a YouTube thing. We could call it. We come up with a name for it, but we'll have that on Christmas Eve. We'll be taking videos up until that point, and then we will be taking a break. How long that break is going to be is kind of to be determined.
About 3 weeks.
But we're thinking, 2-3 weeks or something like that. We could have a Tiny Hands Christmas special. It's been a while since we've seen Tiny Hands.
Where are the Tiny Hands?
That's a very good question. You remember the armchair rancher stole him when he was here for Ranch Roundup.
Oh, that's right.
Oh, I see a crossover episode coming. As Erin goes in and beats the crap out of the armchair rancher and gets her tiny hands back. How bad can you beat somebody with tiny hands?
Thanks, Bob, for being here.
Thank you, Bob. Appreciate it, man. You guys, you have a good night. That could be fun. That would be exciting.
Yeah, it's Patty said we need a break. You need a break. It was kind of one of those things like you were just plugging along on videos, and then we were like, we're going to take a break.
The bad part, once you decide to take a break, then it's like there's a finish line, kind of. Not a finish line, but like
well, there is.
There's a finish line for the year, right? So it's very, you come to that point, and it's like, oh.
We decided about like 3 weeks ago, like exactly like when the last video would be, and we don't have like a back date yet, but like we kind of know roughly like when you're going to come back and stuff. Kicking around a few ideas and stuff, but like once that date was decided, like you kind of had like a week where you were really, really struggling with like, and now you're doing better and stuff like. But the end's almost here. And like I'm closing the farm store and stuff, and like there was a couple times too I was just like really struggling with like just not wanting to do it, just like I'm ready for break to happen. So
exactly. So as we wrap things up, I want to you may be broken, but you are repairable. Thank you, Dan. I appreciate that. You just can't find parts for me anymore.
I mean, I think that like 3 years of making videos and like a 3-week break is
deserved?
Probably good, yeah.
Maybe every 3 years I'll get 3 weeks
No,
off.
I think probably this will probably become.
I have to like build in a vacation.
No, I think
I'll have to earn vacation time. Like, every video I get like, 4 hours of vacation time or something.
I think this will probably become the normal from here on out.
You think so?
I do.
Yeah.
I mean, like, we appreciate you guys that do watch through the holidays, but like, we can see in past analytics, like, you guys are busy with your own families. Like, view counts and stuff go way down, as they should.
Well, and there are 300 videos there for you to go back and watch if you miss us really bad. And I have a feeling, like, we're slaves to it. So, like, we're gonna post something on Facebook every once in a while. We're gonna, pop in here and there and check in
Maybe you'll
on
do a
folks.
live stream.
Maybe I could
I'm
do
not
a live
committing
stream.
you to that, but like,
something could happen.
Yeah.
That's why it's so important to subscribe, because you now, especially you don't know when things are going to happen. If you get a chance to head on over to Facebook, you can be sure to follow us on Facebook and Instagram, and subscribe to Our Wyoming Life. Subscribe to this channel, Beyond the Ranch, and make sure that you don't miss a thing, because, like I said, sometimes we don't know when it's going to happen either. So if you're not subscribed, you don't have the notifications turned on. Everybody complains about the notifications, and they say, well, I'm not getting notifications. Well, if you don't have them turned on, you're not going to get them anyway. So YouTube has us over a barrel there, but what are you laughing at?
JB Weld's going to watch cat videos.
Oh, nice. Sweet. Maybe our first video back will be cat ranchers, as we change the format of the ranch from cows to cats. Could be. Never know.
Thanks, Susan, and Merry Christmas to you too.
Yes, thank you guys very much.
And we'll be here next week still.
We will be here next week. Next week will be our
last live
what is
stream.
it called? The finale of the year. I'll bring in we'll have some fireworks or something that'll happen. And but we'll make it fun, and we'll be here to do it all over again. And be sure, one thing that I do want to let you know about is if you do get a chance to go and, if you are a small business owner interested in YouTube, you'd like to find anything out about that, be sure to head over to our Facebook page, sign up for the webinar that's coming up in January. We will be doing that during our break, so I guess I don't really get a break from videos.
There's not a break from work. It's just a break from
It's a break from editing videos.
Yeah.
Be sure to sign up for that. There's a $15 charge for that, but it's going to be well worth it. I'm going to give you $15 worth of information, trust me. So, and the more people we have sign up for that, the better it looks for us, and the better it looks for Susan. So let's pull behind Susan. And if Susan gets a raise, then Gary might get a new tractor or something. So.
Gary bought 3 engines.
Yeah, they were on sale. Buy 1, get 2 free. I don't know how that worked.
I think Gary's fine.
Anyway, thank you very much, guys. We do appreciate it. We will see you back here next Sunday for the finale of the year. Keep an eye out for more videos coming out on Our Wyoming Life, and I'm going to try to sneak some stuff out this week on Beyond the Ranch as well. So,
will there be a podcast? Maybe.
Aaron
I said I want to do one more before we're done. So I don't know that it'll come out on Wednesday, but we'll try and squeak one out.
Squeak one out.
So much stuff to do, man.
Yeah, there's a lot to do.
And 3 kids and Christmas, so.
Yeah, exactly. Kimberly Schroeder got herself a hydrant for Christmas, so we'll have Gary put some Christmas lights on it for you or something, all right?
Yes, we are back next week, and by next week we should know our date in January that we'll be back.
Right.
So tune in next week to find out how long exactly we will be gone.
It's not going to be that long, trust me. So, thanks to our moderators.
67 days.
Zach Hewitt, William Dunn, Matt Fensel, Lori Habel here, Bill the Tractor Guy, and whoever else might have showed up. Big and Rush was here. I don't know if he's still here, but thank you very much to those guys for keeping us all straight and making us all look good, because all they do is make themselves look bad.
There's no Christmas CD either, guys.
Yeah, they're really pushing this Christmas CD.
No.
I did hear somebody say that you have the voice of Mariah Carey.
Wrong.
Yes. Thank you very much, guys. We'll see you next week right here on Beyond the Ranch.